Okay, so hello, my name is Sonia. I'm in Lisbon, in Portugal, and it's a great pleasure to be here with you. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Janet, for the invitement. I'm very happy to share with you some of my recipes, my favorite recipes. So normally I give classes in the Macrobiotic Institute in Lisbon. I also give workshops and consultations, online consultations. And yeah, since we were in lockdown 1 year ago, online it's our main work, right? Because we need to innovate and to adapt the new situation. So my English is not perfect. I hope that you can help me if I don't remember a name of a vegetable or something. I will do my best. Okay. So I will have here 2 recipes. I will try to do it in 1 hour, at less than 1 hour. It's 45 minutes. But I love to speak, so I need to focus on the work and not speak so much. So I really need to do it. It's a salad, but it's an all-meal salad. It's fresh with a lot of all vegetables and grains. And also I will do a mousse with red fruits, antioxidant fruits. In these 2 recipes, I thought about this ones because they're my favorite for this next season that we are starting, the summer. It's my favorite season. I also love all the seasons, of course, but summer, I'm born in summer and I really, really love sun and going to the beach. And here in Portugal, we have a big coast. So fortunately, we can appreciate a lot the summer. So first of all, I will start to cook quinoa because I know that most of you know how to cook quinoa, but I will start to do it now. Normally I wash very well quinoa. I soak 2 hours. This time I didn't soak it, but I washed very, very, very good. And now what I'm going to do is to cook it with 1.5 of water. Okay, 1 cup of quinoa, 1.5 of water. So I will start to do it right now. It's like, I think it's 15 minutes and quinoa is ready. I will put 1.5 here.
So already we have 3 questions for you.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
One is, you said that you washed and you made movement with your hands. Do you mean that you rubbed it between your hands to wash it?
I do like this. I wash like this, like 3 waters, in 3 different waters, to take out the strong flavor that quinoa has and the anti-nutrients. And that's it. Sometimes I soak it like 2 hours. This time I didn't, because I don't, for example, sometimes I don't have time to soak it. And for me, I cook the grain without like, oh, I didn't soak it, so I will not do it. No, I will cook the grain. More questions?
Yes. Usually I'm used to cooking quinoa with 2 times water to quinoa and for 30 minutes.
Okay, you cook it more time. And how is the consistency of the quinoa? It's sticky or it's more soft?
If I roast it first, it's more fluffy.
Okay, you roast it first always. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. One of the things that I love most is to vary the best I can, the most I can. Sometimes I soak it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cook it with 2 cups of water, sometimes 1.5. It depends also the result that I want, the consistency that I want. Of course, that we need in macrobiotics to think about the yin-yang energy and also to balance our condition. So for me, now with this warm weather that we have already in Portugal, I don't roast it, and I cook it less time, less longer, to do a kind of a salad, a little bit more fresh recipe with the quinoa. So I will just put one bay leaf. I like to put the bay leaf, I think help to digest and also give a nice flavor. And I take off the center, the middle, the stick of the middle, because I think it's toxic. So we don't want toxic foods. So let's take it off and put the bay leaf inside with a pinch of sea salt. And you can do another question if there's more. No? Okay, so I will mix and I will cover, and I will wait to start to boil, and then I will put the minimum flame and wait about 15 minutes, more or less. Okay. In the meanwhile, I will start to prepare the vegetables, because this is going to be a salad with some greens that I will prepare now, and I will saute them. I have here onion. I will cut in half moons. I have here half of a leek. It's already clean. And I have also some asparagus, because we are in the season of asparagus here in Portugal. So the leek and the asparagus have a lot of prebiotics. Of course, all foods has, but this one's also with a lot of quantity. So I will cook this too today. I have some turnip, and also I have these beauties that a student gave to me this weekend. I was giving classes in the north of Portugal, and a beautiful student of mine, she gave me this, and I'm really happy, because I live in the city, and sometimes it's difficult to have this in home, you know, all the vegetables. So it's so beautiful. And one thing that I will do is to cook and to put all the carrot in our recipes today. So, because in Yin Yang, we in macrobiotics, we always say that this is if we eat the root of the carrot, we will nourish the down part of the body, and the up part of the body will benefit with this green leaves. So if we eat it all, we will benefit completely from this vegetable. It's going to be very nutritious for us. So of course we're going to use it all. So I will start to take off some greens here. I will just let this beautiful here, the green here, and I will take this this root, more slim root. Sometimes it's have a lot of fiber. And well, I will cut like this. Okay. I hope you can see well what I'm doing. Okay. So maybe I don't use all, but enough to do I will do a kind of a pesto. It's not really a pesto, but it's a kind of, with these green beauties and with this beautiful carrots. I will do the saute. Okay. So first, and before I prepare the carrots, I will start with the greens, because they're going to saute first. So I will cut the onion in half, take out this root, more fiber. Okay, no, it's already boiling, so I just put it in the minimum. So I will cut and slim half moons the onion first. I will put in the wok. I'm using an iron wok, but of course you can use any other kind of pan or saute. So I will do this saute without cooking the olive oil. I'll just put the olive oil in the end, okay? I love to do this way because I know that we need some fats, because there's a lot of vitamins that we only can get them with fat, but it's good to don't cook too much the fats, otherwise we're going to digest it with a lot of you know, strong work. So the body needs to have the best results with the less hard work. So for that we can have some good fats, but in the end that this is cooking it. All right, I first cook the vegetables, and at the end I will add the oil that I want. Can be lino oil, can be olive oil. This olive oil a friend of mine gave me, it's the best olive oil I ever tasted because it smells so good. It is homemade, so it's wonderful. So I have the onions there, nothing in the pan. So I will mix with 2 chopsticks. I love to mix it with the chopsticks because help me to move the vegetables without being very strong. It's very light to move the vegetables like this. I would like to put a pinch of salt in the beginning because like this, the onions start to sweat, and the onion will saute on his own sweat, so it's not going to burn, you know, so it's more soft. And if I feel that it's too dry, I will put some drops of water when I'm cooking. Okay, so I'm trying to do this recipe very light because also I will use some olive oil in the pesto, so I don't want to use olive oil here, olive oil there and there, so I cut in one part and I put in another one to balance. Okay, so we start with the onion, then we go and cut the leek. It's already washed, so I will cut at the same size more or less than the onion. Okay, it seems like it's too much, but it's not. This part is a little bit old, so I use
you need a very sharp knife to cut leeks like that.
You know, cutting leeks is the more easy vegetable to cut with a good knife because you don't have to worry about the shape because the shape it's very it's all equal. But to this knives can be Japanese, can be other kind of knives. They are very good to cut vegetables because they allow you to put your finger, to have your fingers like this. And the technique that I use, I don't know if you can see, is this part of the knife. It's always in contact with the board, and I just do this movement here. It's like a dance. Of course, in the beginning we need to do it slowly, otherwise the fingers will be hurt. And the fingers always to protect the fingers. If you do like this, like you're going to bear something, and you cut it very finely. And I'm always cooking vegetables all the time, so this kind of knives are perfect. And one more thing, it's very important that the knife must be sharp. Otherwise, you give a direction to the knife and the knife will cut in other direction. And this is very dangerous because like this, you can hurt yourself. So it's very important to have knives that are very well sharp and to cut with a relaxing mode. Not very fast. We don't need to cut very fast. We don't need to be a chef to do this kind of cuts. It's a question of exercising. Every day you do, and then you start to do it quick, and it's okay. So I put the leek inside to join the onion, okay? And we saute everything together. So a little bit of green here, it's perfect, wonderful. And
do you have a high fire there?
no, it's medium. It's medium, and I will put a little bit lower because this is iron, and then if I maintain the flame very high, we will burn very fast, and it's not what we want. We want to saute. Also, if I put very low, it will not saute. It will cook very much. So it's a medium flame, okay? And it's good to be concentrated when we are doing it, because we need to saute and not to, you know, to cook very much the vegetables. They need to be a little bit al dente. Another thing that we're going to add is asparagus. And normally I do like this the asparagus will cut in the place where the fiber is and with the soft part is. So this is the fiber I put in the compost, or I do a stock with this, a vegetable stock. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll cut them like this. And I will cut them also very finely. Add there in the pan. And the heads of the asparagus, I will put just at the end, because they are very soft and they don't need to cook so long. So this is so good, asparagus. There's the white ones and the green ones here in Portugal, and I really love the green ones. So I like to cut like I rotate the asparagus and I cut, and I do like this. I don't know if you can see this kind of cut. So it's different. Instead of cutting
just a moment.
everything.
Show it again, please.
You see? You rotate. I will do it again. I will cut again for you to see. So I have the heads here and the small pieces here. This one that I will put in the compost. So I cut, I rotate, I cut, I rotate, cut, rotate. You see? It's like triangles. I'll show you again. This kind of small pieces like this. So it's also very interesting to do different kinds of cuts, because this will mess with we will change the energy of the vegetables. And we need dynamic energy in our cooks, because otherwise we will be always with the same kind of energy, and we need energetic food, not chaotic, of course, but with some movement. So that's why I like to cut vegetables in different ways, to have this polarity of energy. And I think this will help our body to have more energy, and the energy that can flows with more easily. Okay, so for me it's good to vary everything, vary the kind of vegetables, vary the kind of cooking, vary, because the weather is always changing, and we also need this movement, change. I think it's the most certain thing that we have in life, the thing that we really need to believe that it's always there, is changing. Life is always changing, always. So it's beautiful to adapt these changes, to be open for that. Okay, so I will cut the asparagus like this. I think this is enough. And I can add already inside. Then this one's go in the end. I will cut these ladies now, They are so beautiful. So maybe I would do like this. Oh, see, they are so, look at this. They are so beautiful. Sometimes they are so beautiful that it's a pity to cut them, you know? But well, let's do it differently also, cut in different pieces, because the carrot is very small. Otherwise, if it's a huge carrot, of course, I will cut more thin, because they need to cook. Okay. Carrots have a lot of beta carotene. They have a lot of good vitamins. So they are so good. And we add inside of our saute. Oh, look at this. They are so beautiful. I really love this whole carrots, that they come completely whole with their green leaves, the feminine part, that energy that comes from the earth to the sky, and the young energy that is the root that penetrates the earth, the energy that comes from the sky to the earth. So it's, the roots are really full of energy and very balanced energy if we eat them all, the greens and the roots. If we were a tree, our roots will be our gut. So they are going to really nourish our gut. Look at this, so beautiful. So I will saute a bit here. So nice. I can add a bit of water if it's too dry, like I told you, and I continue. Okay. I have also here turnip. I can cut. This is the regular turnip. Okay, I just cut it in a small piece. And now I will do some kind of kimpira. First like this. And then the kimpira cut. Kimpira, it's a way of cooking, and also the cut. It's like diagonal pieces, because if we have a yin-yang, if a vegetable has a yin part and a yang part, if we cut in diagonal, we will have both in the same piece. So nice to cut vegetables like this in diagonal small sticks. It becomes more balanced, the energy also. So good to try different cuts all the time. It's very entertainment, and you never get sick of the food because it's always different. In macrobiotics, we have so many different all grains that we can eat. Now I'm doing quinoa, but normally I love rice. I love brown rice. I love red rice, black rice. I love millet. I love buckwheat a lot. But you know, buckwheat, it's more for the winter, because can warm you very much. So in these warm days, I like to use more fresh grains like quinoa or rice. And also millet. I love millet. Like once a week I eat millet, because millet helps to relax and to accept the changes of life. So I will put the heads of the asparagus here, and I will do a kind of pesto with these green beauties here. I will cut very finely, not very finely, like this. And I will do a kind of, it's not really a pesto, but it's a kind of, because I will add, so let me just take the cup that I will use to, I will need a blender that I have here. You know, my kitchen is very small, but it's like a lab. I have everything in hand. So it's very easy to cook here.
Sonia, when you make your millet, do you also wash that the same and soak it the same and cook it similar way? For how long?
Normally, the millet, I like to soak minimum 5 hours, and I wash it well. And I like to saute a bit sometimes I don't. And I like the millet very like a puree. So I put like 4 cups of water, sometimes 5. It's to substitute the potato puree. You know, I really love the millet like this. And I like to do some recipes with this kind of puree. I put in the oven like layers of puree of millet and vegetables and tempeh, and again millet puree, and on the top I will put some of this kind of green sauce or mayonnaise or something, and I just love it. I think millet it's also very you can use in very different ways, and it's wonderful. So I will put these green beauties here inside. One thing that I did, and I didn't told you yet, is that I roasted in the oven some sweet potatoes that I will use. And I put these garlic heads. This is dry garlic, and I put in the oven too. So they are cooked. So I will try to open and to take out, you see, this is very creamy inside. I don't know if you used to do this. And sometimes when I need to concentrate more, and sometimes the onion is a little bit in, and onion and garlic. This is garlic, it's not onion. You see my English, sometimes I change. So
for how long did you cook it in the oven?
30 minutes. 30 minutes, 180 degrees. I don't know in Fahrenheit how much it is, because we don't use Fahrenheit here. So 100.
It's about 350. 180 is
Okay.
about 350.
All right. So you see, if you press, it will go out, and it's very creamy, and the smell it's beautiful. So I will put 2. Normally, I don't like to put too much garlic, because sometimes I used to say that it's a contraceptive thing, because you start to smell a lot and no one wants to kiss you, you know. So I don't like to use a lot because of that.
Did you put the whole garlic or just the cream that you squeezed?
Just the cream that I squeezed. The peel, I don't put it, because it's have a lot of dry fiber, and I think it's not, you cannot chew very well. So I also will add a little bit of lino seeds. They are already blended. It's like, you know, lino seeds? Flax.
Yeah.
Flax. I'm sorry. Exactly. So I will use, maybe I use this for you to see the quantity, tablespoon. I will use 1 tablespoon. I think it's enough. I will use olive oil, like 1 tablespoon also. Okay. Maybe just a little bit more. And lemon. I will squeeze lemon, like 1 tablespoon of lemon. And also sometimes I use nutritionist yeast, nutritionist yeast, or how you say in English? Beer yeast. Do you usually use? Okay. So it's also nice because have a lot of nutrients. So sure, I also like to use it. So also I put a little bit of water to help me to blend all this, like 2 tablespoons. And I will start to blend. I didn't put sorry, the salt, a bit of salt, and almost forget, but it's here. I have white miso. This is white miso. Actually, this I bought in Berlin. It's Mimi Ferments. Mimi Ferments. I don't know if you can see it because it's M-I-M-I. Mimi, my. Mimi Ferments. It's so good. It's a Japanese guy, and you can buy it online too. And it's completely homemade. You know, it's really good. Their misos, white miso, barley miso. Wow, it's fantastic, and they have the most wonderful mirin I ever tasted. So I will blend this mixture like this. Of course, you can add some almonds or some seeds that you like. Let me put this in the maximum. Okay, you see, it's a green cream. So I will just wash this very quick because I want also to blend the dessert. I don't know if I have time for everything, but I will try my best. If I don't have time for the desserts, then I give Janet, I will give you the recipe and you share with people, okay? So I think the vegetables are done. I switch off. And now I season with a little bit of tamari. Just a few drops. Okay.
And why do you turn it off before you season? So it's not to burn the tamari?
It's not to burn the tamari, and it's because I'm using iron wok and the temperature is still very hot. So, and the vegetables are already done. So normally I put it at the end. Yeah, I don't like to cook the shoyu or the tamari. If you like, you can add a little bit of olive oil. I will not put it on. I will just put a little bit of umeboshi vinegar. Just a little bit, just a few
and
drops.
If we don't have that, do you have a substitute?
Yes, you can add lemon juice. A little bit of lemon juice, or you can a pinch of salt if it needed, or you can use rice vinegar also. It is so good. And it's very gentle with your liver. It's not the other vinegars that normally you can see in markets that came from wine, and they are much stronger. So I think I have the quinoa cooked. It's already cooked. It was more than 15 minutes. I'm sorry, this is turning, okay. So this is the quinoa. I don't know if you can see. And now I would like to do it with the chopsticks also. I will start to open here a little bit. Okay. So it's done, and I can start to peel here this sweet potato. Have a lot of vitamins and minerals, and has vitamin C also. I will open because I put them in the oven with peel. I washed the peel, and it was like 30 minutes cooking with the peel. Now I undress it, the sweet potatoes. I love this color, you see, so beautiful. Sometimes it's not easy to find, but they are really amazing. All the vegetables that have this red color have a lot of antioxidants. Of course, they are more in also, but they are very, very healthy. So it's good to vary, like I said. Oh, this is the same color. I think I have another one here that it's orange. Yes, and you see, when we cook in the oven, it's like caramel. For me, this is really a dessert. So we open, we undress this beauty also. Oh, I love them. My dream is to have a permaculture garden and to have this wonderful foods around me all the time. So we have these two, we cut them, or with this knife, maybe it's better. And the way we cut depends of the size of the vegetable, of course. So I'm cutting like small cubes. Okay, and I will do the same to the other one. Cut in the middle. Okay, oops, this one it's very well done. It's good to have it was good to be a little bit less in the oven, but it's okay. I don't mind. You know, this is almost 2 o'clock in Lisbon, so this will be my lunch. Actually, I like to lunch very early, like 12 o'clock, 12:30. But today I had this beautiful event, so I'm very focused and I didn't lunch before. So now we're done here. I also have here a bit of cucumber that I will open in the middle. This is fresh cucumber. I will open in the middle, and with the spoon, I will take off the middle, the parts, and I will use it in another recipe. I will not throw away. And it's just to don't have a lot of juice on this mixture. So I will cut also. So in this cucumber, it's fresh and it will give different flavors. And here we have that it's really raw and fresh, and young roots that were roasted in the oven. So we have this polarity of energy in the same recipe that I think that will give good consistency also. So we can mix everything together. I have two options here. I have, for example, you see, I forgot, but it was supposed to put in this, or to show you. Here we only have vegetables, and we have quinoa, have already the amino acids that we need, so we have the protein part. But also, I soak it here, some shiitake mushrooms that you can add on this mixture if you like, to have more protein. And also I have here tofu. This is fermented tofu. Normally, tofu, it's not really fermented, but this one is fermented. So I'm very happy. I will use it also in another recipe, but it's a different way of, if you use, for example, if you don't use quinoa, you use rice or other grain, you can add the protein on these vegetables, okay? That's why, to be more complete, to have a whole meal. Also, you can add, yes.
Did you ferment the tofu? And also, why do you peel the cucumber?
I to kill, I like it. I just separate the cucumber because I will eat the inside of the cucumber. But I cut it to don't lose so much water inside of the mixture, inside of the salads. But
and
I
you
will
took the
eat
peeling off? You took the outside?
It because it was a little bit old and the peel was it was not the perfect shape. So that's why I peel it. Otherwise, and if it's organic, I really eat all the peels of the vegetables and I just wash them with the coconut fiber and that's it, like I did with the carrots. So, but about the tofu, I didn't ferment it. I already bought it fermented. And it's the first time that I do it. It's the first time that I see in Portugal a brand that sells fermented tofu. So I'm very happy to try. But here we have the quinoa, so we already have some protein. And also I love these ones. This is the black eyed peas. It's very, very typical in Portugal. We have a lot. So it's also a good possibility to add in this beautiful salad. So I also have here one more thing, that it's a red pepper that I open in the middle and I put in the oven. I don't use red pepper very often, but when I use it, I like to put in the oven to give more yang energy, to balance the yin energy that they already have. And I think they become more tasty and more balanced too in terms of energy, yin yang energy. So I'm peeling it because the peel, it's not easy to digest. That's why I think a lot of people don't digest well peppers. So this is not spicy. This is a plain one. We have a lot in Portugal of these peppers. So I will also cut a little bit. So you see, I'm putting a lot of color here in this salad. And this is really a plate for summer. It's a summer plate. Or you can do this to like a side dish in winter to do company to other recipes. So now I'm going to put everything together. And I have two options. I have a takeaway option to take away this salad to the woods, to the beach, okay? And I have another one that I will show you. It's more to eat at home. So I will do the two options here. First, I will put the quinoa. I will put the quinoa here on the bottom. And I will do a kind of layers, you know? So,
if you were adding the shiitake or the tofu, when would you add those in?
Good question. Inside of the saute. Inside of the saute. I will add with the saute, or I could cook the tofu. I could cook the tofu on the side, or to be more balanced, because tofu is very yin, and to give a more yang energy, we can cook on the oven with a little bit of shoyu, a little bit of ginger. And you cook like about 25 minutes, 180 degrees also. It's normally how I do. So I will put some red peppers here. You see, like this. And then you can put a bit of cucumber. It was murdered. The cucumber, no peel and no seeds. So Then I will, then I will put, oh, sorry, because this is going out. I will add the vegetables. The time flies. So I will add the vegetables here with this beautiful carrots. Like this. So it's layers, right? And I will put the potatoes. First, the red one, orange, not red. Then the purple one. This is so beautiful, this color. You know, and the vitamins are in the color. So I'm a great fan of coloring plates, coloring colorful recipes. It's really what I love to do. And now we will finish with this beautiful green sauce on the top, like this. And we can put some basil leaves. Also, I have here some seaweed. I have nori flakes and I have wakame flakes. So we can choose whatever we like. I will put some nori. They are very good to clean heavy metals in the body and to give a boost of minerals. And we can finish with basil. You also can blend this mixture with a bit of basil. The flavor will be terrific. So you can put some sprouts on the top. And this is my takeaway version. And you can poof. And in the beach, it's wonderful. You take a bath and then you, it's beautiful. And it's an oatmeal. And you can add also, because I love fermented foods. So I'm doing a lot of fermentations. And I have here some carrots and turnips that are fermented. You can put it on and it's magnificent. And here with the pickles, you have really the whole food. And the other version that I will do here, just for you to see, that you can receive your friends in home. Now, I don't know what is that. 1 year that I don't receive no one in my place. And I love to receive people in my place. So I will do it. I hope so. So I will put the quinoa down. Tell me maybe, Jeanette, if I still have a few minutes.
Very few.
Okay, I'm very quick now. I will put some vegetables now. I can change the order of the layers. It's okay. Okay, some vegetables. Then let me take, the onions are more soft. Okay. Then I will add the peppers, the beautiful peppers here. They are so soft. I love them like this. In Portugal, we eat peppers like this with sardines, you know. It's typical. I eat fish sometimes. I don't eat meat, but fish I like to eat sometimes. Still, I don't know for how long. So we put the potatoes and we can do like this, like a little bit. And you take like this. And then you put the green sauce here, like this. And finished maybe with the beautiful carrot here, like this. And the asparagus also. I don't know, just to give some lemon or a peel of lemon and and basil also. Nori. And a bit of gumasio. Gumasio, my favorite. Gumasio is sesame seeds with salt. And that's it. And I just finished with these green leaves here. And a big one here. I'm sorry, maybe the time it's enough for me.
No, bravo. It's beautiful. If you use the wakame instead of the nori flakes, don't they have to be heated or cooked or somehow softened?
The sesame seeds? Oh,
Yes.
no, the seaweeds. Sorry.
Yes, the wakame flakes.
So I normally, they are very, very finely flakes. They are ready to use. So with the water, the humidity that you have in the plates, they will absorb that humidity, and it's enough to eat them like this. It's like eating sushi, for example. You just need to roast a bit the nori to roll the sushi, and then you eat it like this. So the nori don't need to cook it. And the wakame in flakes also, it's ready to use, don't need it. So I hope you like it. I hope you like these two options. I love them. And I will send you also a recipe of a mousse that I love with red fruits and almond milk and seaweed, like flax. This is chia seeds, and this is the same one that I use in the green sauce, the flax seeds.
Flax, right?
Yeah. So you don't need to cook. Normally I use agar-agar, but this one I will not cook. It's a summer mousse, and I will send you the recipe. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know if you have questions. You can find me in the Instagram and here in the Facebook as Sonia Jordao, and we can share recipes all the time. I hope you enjoyed these ones.
It's really beautiful.
Questions? Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a big wow.
Yes, for me too.
Right.
It was really a present for me to be here because I want to improve my English. So this was really a good exercise for me.
Well, we really thank you. You did a marvelous job. You're well prepared, well organized, and beautiful food, really inspiring. So we really thank you.
Thank you so much, Janet. Janet, I don't know how to say.